I don't know what kind of hammers we'll get. Might get good ones, might get bad ones. Oh, I almost messed that up. Yeah, you definitely want Shadow Presence. You definitely want Shadow Presence Sword. You do Stygian Soul if you're not doing cast build for the most part. Probably gonna do family favorites because the gods we really want are mostly Artemis and Athena if we're doing 32 heat, and it's just 2 RDF privilege status going on here. So family faves, God's Pride, because dual boons don't matter as much. I am actually gonna do Athena's keepsake because if you're doing 32 heat, Athena is just you want Athena's dash for every single run ever, basically. Got Boldy's companion. Here's the pack setup. You don't really want damage control with the sword. You are going to be in melee range a lot. You never want to do extreme measures 4 if you're just trying to win. 1 approval process is fine. 7-minute deadline's fine. Yeah, that's about it, really. Not much else to say about that. But essentially what you need to do to succeed with something like the Nemesis sword is do dash strike, special, rinse and repeat that combination over and over again. Dash is here, it's fine. Don't get tempted by purple boons. You need the boons that actually help you. So you're gonna see me doing this exact combo over and over. I probably would not, so Chaos could help us in 2 different ways, dash strike damage or just straight up attack damage. But you probably don't need it. It is dangerous, slightly. And I wouldn't advise it for a new player to do. So you get a crit bonus by using the special with Nemesis for a few seconds afterwards. So you see me just rinse and repeat. Dash strike, dash strike. You can see the lag because it's my old save file. You notice that when I pick up a reward, there's a slight lag. You definitely do a hammer here. Chaos attack damage boosts your dash strike damage? Yes. Now, the one thing that sword does run into is there's a lot of dud hammers, like ones that just they're just not very good, or they don't really work as you might think. Yeah, these are some of them. Double edge is actually the best in slot here. Think about it, your dash strike hits twice. It's crazy. World Splitter is very bad, I'd say, for the most part. It's very difficult to utilize. It has a high base damage, but it's pretty bad. Supernova at least doesn't ruin the build. There's definitely a lot of oh, come on. What was I saying? There's actually quite a few things for the sword that just straight up ruin the build. Curse Slash, Dash Nova. What was the one we just saw? World Splitter. There might even be another one I'm not thinking of. Even with Arthur? Wait, which one? You can't get World Splitter with Arthur. Yeah, we can do the attack. It's fine. It's not great. We could take the special and put on Aphrodite's keepsake to try to get a juicier attack than this. Why don't we hold out and try to get a juicier attack? There is actually like a cheesy sword build you could do that just involves a lot of special spam too. Honestly. You just get double Nova. You have to have Athena on the special, and you'll end up deflecting the majority of stuff that starts to come your way. Yarn is often a trap. It's just too expensive.
Hello, hello. Thank you for keeping.
If we bought the yarn there, we probably wouldn't be able to afford a boon at the shop or something, you know? Well, that's actually not the case, but... Hey, Aphrodite appeared without the keepsake. Beautiful. Mostly gonna save Boldy for when I need some health return. Ooh. Ooh, honey. The time? I'm gonna wait. A little painful without like an attack boon yet. Okay.
Take heart now, little godling, and help.
Oh, really? Okay, so you roll that.
No thanks.
That's fine.
Love and loss.
Not bad. Erebus gates, they're not usually worth it. They're not often worth it. In a casual run, maybe more so. Especially playing an aspect like this. You have to worry about things like tight deadline here and a few other things, so. I didn't even look at the door. Yeah, you gotta be, I mean, whenever you have tight deadline on, you just gotta get used to just, if there's only one exit, you just, you know, get through that exit as soon as possible. I kind of wish they just paused the timer after combat ended either way. Do I wish that? I wouldn't be opposed to it. I don't actually know. That's good. We like that. The attack is going to be the majority of our damage. All right, it's chamber 9, so we know that this is the middle shop. Zeus. I'd probably rather have the health. We do have Underworld Customs on, so I do need something to sell. Let's sell the Spesh. The only good boon from Zeus is the call right now. Nothing else is particularly useful. We'll play it safe and take this. Is it worth rolling once, knowing that I'll probably have to sell whatever we get here? Probably not. Doesn't matter much. Okay, it's nice. We like fountains.
Refreshing.
Trial, trial, trial. It's bait. You think it's bait? I think it's bait. It is the bait. We have something to sell. Don't get tempted by the trials. If you're trying to just win at 32 heat, I mean, I'm sure you could win by taking the trial, but you could easily, I think you could more easily win without taking it. Trials are just so dangerous. They take forever. If I don't have the Divine Dash, I kind of have to do the trial still. No, not really. You don't have to have Athena's Dash to win, but if you're gonna give yourself the best, if you want to give yourself the best odds of winning, you might as well use the keepsake and just make sure you get it in chamber 1. So I guess if you're, okay, so if you're saying, if I currently didn't have the dash for some reason, would I do the trial to try to get the dash? Probably not. I'd just wait on it. I'd probably just wait. Because if Athena's already in the pool somehow, then she would have to be in the pool in order to get a trial with her. There's a decent chance she'll appear on her own. Yeah, there's more enemies. There's a higher enemy weight, I should say. Give me something else to sell here, I guess. Do 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 do. Take it easy. Wait for them to attack and then just take the opening to get some dash strikes in between, like so. And then you just draw the rest of the owl, you know? Athena will let you simply dodge attacks that you're in the middle of. The dash will. I mean, even you can even plain old dash through attacks, but having Athena's makes it much easier. You get more iframes, as they call it. I use the cast a lot. I would only use the cast if I'm going specifically for... Well, I try to make sure if we're fighting a boss that they have the cast lodged in for the sake of boiling blood. I'd recommend. I probably should have used Boldy back there. Sell Heaven's Vengeance.
Won't be needing that.
For Underworld
Try a
Customs.
different one.
Now what do we want here? Huh. Forcing more gods isn't necessarily that useful. Let's check the well. It's not that great. Hydrolite is always kind of nice. If you're fighting a boss, you want to make sure you keep boiling blood on if your main source of damage is from your attack or your special. Keep in mind that, like, god damage like Zeus's lightning or Dionysus's hangover does not get improved by boiling blood. Do 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 do. What would I tell someone to take here, I wonder? Could just take the acorn nice and early. Could take the bony hourglass, but that's probably not an amazing idea. Yeah, I think you just take acorn, I'd advise most people.
Till next time, Tartarus.
Bump, 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 bump.
Getting warmer.
Artemis? She's already in the pool. She'll show up. No, I don't think we have to be in a big rush. I'm trying to think of what I'd advise a new player to do. If Coach Haelian was here, trying to help someone through this, I would just tell them to take a safety trinket since everything's filled in, kind of at this point. We have our 4 gods. We know who's going to show up henceforth. Use the dash to reflect some of this stuff. Hiya. More chaos, huh?
Okay. Hey.
Okay. Okay. Suppose isn't bad here, but I think Brilliant is better, honestly. It's better and it opens up the legendary. Do 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 do. We might be able to risk the chaos now. Still have quite a few rolls. And those room rewards aren't exactly amazing, I'd say. Athena's legendary is pretty weak. It's okay. Well, we definitely don't want this. This doesn't hurt us too much. You can definitely avoid casting for a while. I don't get a lot out of it, though. More Athena. No, it's really get the legendary. Oh, come on. Ooh. They're speedy and double damage. Oh. Yeah, this is a rough room. Dude, really? Doo-doo-doo. Benefits package, it's definitely not free heat, but it's worth having.
In the name of Hades.
Okay. Bum 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 ba-da-do. Swapping the special. It's not crazy. I think we're willing to roll once to see if we get the Legio. Man. Let's see. I see. Let it do 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 ba 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 ba. I kind of like it. I'm gonna swap them. Let them be swapped. What's in there? Money? Let me max health here if we could. Bum bum ba bum. That's fine.
I'll pay for that.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Can we get Hunter's Mark? We can't get Hunter's Mark now because we don't have a Artemis Boon. It's not a big deal though. Do 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 do. Oh, why didn't that work? Oh, because this is set to default binds. I was like, what? Well, that confused me.
Sisyphus, begging your pardon.
So you get natural? I guess you call it natural. Crit via Nemesis. aspect, but you can't get Hunter's Mark unless you have an Artemis boon anyway.
Lady Artemis.
Boom, do 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 do. I really don't recommend Artemis Call. I know some people love it, but I really don't recommend it. Excited for Arthur, but it's so slow. Not my favorite aspect.
Death approaches.
It's hard to learn how to
How
use.
about another? Let's see how quickly we can run this.
You like no deadline because it lets you do troves and not have to worry about sacks and such. I don't love playing that way just because I feel like there's equal chances of dying from attrition, so to speak, where a chamber might take so much longer because you had to increase the pact in other places. Not to mention doing something like a trove, like you might just end up taking damage because of that. But I know why. It is hard to get used to tight deadline. It's very hard.
You're next.
Yeah, it's a definite struggle. Lost one. Again with these double damage speedy boys.
Situation is under control.
Special's fine.
Calm power.
You held your own, I guess.
Not now.
Okay.
You have this.
Bye, Tham.
Yeah, you get used to it, and I think it feels much easier later on. That's probably worth it. And eventually you don't have to really think about it that much. But it is something you have to consciously think about for a while.
Better.
Do. Yeah, Artemis Call is a trap. It's not good. It's fun. It's not good though. But that's plenty of things in the game. Oh, thank God I have the acorn. If you can't use the call for the single usage for a good effect, then it's not very good. That's why Aphrodite's is not good either. Zion's Call best. I'd probably say Zeus just has like a pretty crazy amount of damage output. You do have to be in melee range though. But Poseidon, like overall, because it does have the defensive nature to it, yeah, it's a good recommendation if you're starting out. Do. We should probably just expend a Boldy here. I mean, I have 5, so. Do. Okay, but didn't think learning would keep going. Oh, I gotta change the stream. Oh no, the stream title is over. Never mind. Someone did that for me. Bless you, mods. Finally, that chaos curse is over. Been avoiding the cast the whole time. This 56? Yep, you can see it in the top left that it says 56 heat. Okay, we're selling electric shot. That's easy at least. Buy that health.
Goes in, that comes out.
And we just leave the acorn on probably the rest of the time.
Get me out of here.
Boop, 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 boom. That Smoldering Air was a dumb duo conceptually and passed up several times, then got with Zeus Call and it was fun. Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't work with all of them, so if you get it with Artemis or Aphrodite's Call, it feels terrible probably. Could get an extra Death Defiance from Athena, could get extra dashes from Hermes, both are good. I'll take the Athena first. Thana, oh, did I say, who did I say? Hermes will probably show up later. Although I haven't gotten a single one yet, I think.
More souls prestigious.
Is trap damage exempt from the acorn? Correct. Oh yeah, so with Hades pot, so the lava won't use up the acorn. It might just be specifically lava does not use up the acorn, which was probably a balancing decision.
Goddess Athena.
I think that makes sense. Guess I'll take the Death Defiance back. There's not a whole lot from it. You can get the legendary still, but that's fine. We'll try to palm the attack.
More bright swords.
Oh, that almost got me. Ah, we don't have heightened security on. Do 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 do. The more deflect you have, the easier it can be to play, especially like melee. Like just a Athena fist is pretty. Athena attack with the fist is pretty safe, I'd say.
Good enough to eat.
More attack, very good. We'll take our second hammer, because that's probably a little bit more important than... I'm gonna say it's a little more important than Hermes here. Especially if we actually got double edge. Athena Poseidon duo. It's the one where you take like less damage from bosses. It's so uninspired.
It's regenerating.
Boo, yeah, very boo. Help me!
Let's see what I can do with this.
Yeah, these stink. Breaching Slash would have been nice. Breaching Slash works. So this is some of the quirks for the hammers behind the sword. Sword behind the hammers, hammers behind the sword. Cruel Thrust. So the thrust that it's talking about there, the thrust only triggers when you actually do like the 3-hit combo. It's 3 hits, right? With standing still. Dash striking does not count as a thrust. It's talking about the 3rd hit on the combo. Shadow Slash, unfortunately, does not affect your dash strikes either. I guess you could claim that it says attack specifically, but there's that's where an inconsistency kind of lies in the game, because Breaching Slash, it also says your attack, but that affects your dash strike. Shadow Slash does not affect your dash strike. I will never do the 3rd hit of the combo here, so I'm not going to take the Cruel Thrust. More Athena. Attack can apply to dash strike, it just depends. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. When the game says that. Like if you get chaos attack damage, that'll increase your dash strike damage. Yeah, I'm sure I've definitely tried to make Cruel Thrust work, and yeah, it just hasn't worked out. You know, I'm gonna throw a roll out there for the legendary for fun.
The other blessings, maybe.
Dang. Biscuits. We don't want Deathless Stand because our DDs are full and can't sell it, so we'll take Sure Footing to potentially sell. More health. Overall, the game is extremely consistent, and they word things very carefully and consciously. But nevertheless, there's a handful of inconsistencies. I'd say on my holes, they're pretty solid. Three-second impervious after the Death Defiance isn't too bad. No, I think I think that actual effect is not useful personally. I don't think it's worth taking that just for that effect. The other one, which increases your health return, potentially might be okay. Even if your DDs are full, but only potentially. Health. We go to the shop. I mean, it just keeps us safe. You can buy health and other things there. I'm always weirded out when I see people skipping shops left and right. You think we'll get the legendary this time?
Here's the fee.
How many are left, Athena?
I'd like to see more options. divine
Oh, I
protection.
didn't have enough money for that. I thought I did, honestly. That's okay. Shops, so, I mean, even if you don't have a lot of money, you gotta keep in mind you're going to a shop instead of fighting enemies. Because there's the chamber count in the game. Indicates you have to go through a certain amount of chambers before you can move on to the next biome. And the shops do be counting for that. Oh my god. Okay. Ow, I can't see. Do 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 do. I guess we'll take Aphrodite. When you have double convenience fee on from the pact, it's gold just does a whole lot less. Oh come on. Junky archers are pretty scary here. They're just kind of frustrating to deal with. The armored archers are frustrating because they shoot like 3 or 4 arrows at once and you can't really deflect them all. Ow. Do 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 do. Do, do, do. I would say it's incredibly rare that you should skip a shop. Even in a casual playthrough. Not never, but it's quite rare. I'd say at least 80% of the time you should just take the middle shop in every zone. Because even if you're trying to progress in the game, you might have darkness for sale and stuff that's usually pretty cheap.
In the name of Hades.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba-da-da, bum. What if you just like the fighting? Well, hey, I mean, if you just like the fighting, I can't argue with that. But we're talking about strategies to win, baby. Guess we'll take life affirmation. All right, you think we'll get the legendary this time?
Olympus, I accept this message.
Apparently not. Stand to get more from combat. I'm kind of specifically discussing 32 heat for the most part, I guess. Where going into room, you will probably lose some amount of health. Honestly, you will probably lose some amount of health. Going to the shop, you will lose no health, and you potentially gain some, even if you only have 100 gold. All right, guaranteed.
How about a different set of choices then?
See. Do 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 do. Hey, if you want to skip the shop, you can. But if you want 32 hit advice, I'd say don't skip. Well. Do do do. Whoa! Damn it. Yoink. Oh, you're spinning. Oh, so for this fight, you definitely target Asterius. You just try to avoid Theseus's bullshit in the background. If Theseus starts a voice line like the one he just did, that's how you know he's stopped for a minute. And you might have like a bit of a break. Our damage is quite low this run. That's for sure. The hammers weren't great, that's for sure. So it's a bit of a struggle here. But chances are this fight will be more challenging than the Hades fight. Barb! How you been? Thanks for the 17 months, damn. How's the Elden Ring rando? Y'all know Barbarous King. Hades Extraordinaire as well. Ah! Dun, 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 bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dun, dun, dun.
Lord Dionysus, lend me your power.
Thank God, Theseus. Put an end to it. Thank you. Ba-da-dum. I'm trying to teach the plebs how to beat 32 heat with the sword.
There's my shade.
Is this the easiest way to do it? I think this is easier than Arthur, but at that point, it might be different. Honestly, Poseidon's sword would probably be easier. I feel like Poseidon's sword would be easier.
Purge boons for coin.
Good night, sure-footing.
The gods won't mind.
We can leave the acorn on, it's fine. I have Lamia's good for health return, and we go. Could use a DPS call here, huh? Isn't Zeus in the pool? Yeah, I think Nemesis can do it.
The edge of
Which god? Which Theseus god call is the voice? Oh, I don't know. They all blend together now. Any of the ones that chase you around, I don't love. The Zeus here, disappointing.
should come in useful.
Wow, really? Really, game. Clean kill is not a very good boon, by the way. It's just not. I forget the math terms that explain it, to be totally honest. Okay, here we go, call coming in. But it just barely adds anything. It's not even as easy as it sounds. Do. Clean kill, overrated, but I don't think that many people overrate it though. I don't think that one's that overrated. A crit is 200% damage. Plus 15 equals 215% damage. Wow, you guys must have gone to fucking Berkeley or something to add those two together, I gotta say. It's not that simple. If my sarcasm wasn't enough.
No way.
Uh,
No, anything
Bum,
but the
bum,
tiny
bum,
vermin.
bum, ba-da-da-da-do. Make it 50? Maybe if it was 50, it'd be alright. I forget what the deal is. Is it something to do that it's additive and not multiplicative or something? That's the only thing I can't really remember. He's summoning? No. Fucking Tony.
Sisyphus. Oopsie.
What do they teach at Berkeley nowadays? Anyway, the music? I think Berkeley and Boston is like all music. Hi, bitch. Please don't make me lose a Death Defiance. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Finally. Oh, come on! No call, really? That's frustrating. That's better than the cast. Cast boons are not very helpful if you don't have a cast-oriented build. Do not recommend. Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Bump, bump, Boom, 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 ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, they're kidding. Okay, good. Yeah, so send us a Kappa next time. Ah! Sent my daughter to college. Came back with a piercing in her tongue. Not believing in Jesus no more. The libs won again. War on Christmas. Yeah, what was it? Why is everything a war?
Sata sack.
I don't remember declaring war on anything.
Time to
All right, 2 sack, easy. Focus, chat.
each I can go.
Yeah, it's just hard to tell. You can't trust people on the internet. Streamers especially.
All right, this is it.
They're out there with their bullshit, spreading their propaganda, telling you to believe in such and such. You know what I'm saying? Alright, it's not extreme measures 4, so. You lack damage? Well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do for the damage? You want me to do more paths? I highly do not recommend doing more paths. You can do them for fun, but if you're just trying to win, I definitely don't recommend. Because especially once the fountain's gone, you're not going to get any health back, you know what I mean? Do. Was there an anvil? I don't think so. I would have considered an anvil in this situation. Legitimately, even. Not even as a joke. But yeah, I mean, if it's not obvious, if you get boiling blood, just take it easy and don't get hit for a bit. Wait for that shit to fall off. A lot of people argue over Acorn versus Skelly's Tooth versus Cerberus's Collar. They're all pretty close to each other. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Oh. Yeah, the end rooms, they take a long time. You will lose mucho's health. Boldy, I summon thee.
Your Highnesses.
Father.
A collapse from the temple, nothing more.
You think we win, chat? It takes a little bit of getting used to, I'll admit, to do the dash strike combos. Whoop. All right, just hug Dad and hit him with the attack a little bit here.
You test my patience.
No Death Defiance is lost. 424 health.
Admit, you've learned something.
See?
At some
I told you,
point
chat, it's
in all
easy.
this.
Follow these vague rules that I set. Is a big case for Tooth better than Acorn EM4 because of the butterflies? Yeah.
I'll get you yet.
Once you start doing it, though, it feels pretty good and makes sense. Now you can't play the sword without the combo. That's the thing, because the sword is almost unplayable. Damn, it took me 1943 to clear that. Yeah, getting no call boon was pretty rough. I don't think we... I mean, I guess I only had the one opportunity. You know, 2 opportunities from Zeus, but yeah. But none of the other call boons were great for this build. A call boon would have really given us the damage that we felt that we were lacking easily. And it probably would have been a much more comfortable build. Like, the hammers didn't do anything. So overall, this was a... It might seem lucky with all the Athena, and we made it work, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a lucky run, right? I mean, we forced the Divine Dash, but besides that, it is what it is, right? Wow, my old windscreen! I haven't seen it in so long. It's been, over 2 years since I saw it. Almost 2.5 years.